Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have teamed up with Mango for today's video. Now you regulars will not be at all surprised to hear that because Mango is of course one of my all-time favourite high street brands. In fact, every year I say this, every season I say this, it is definitely in my top 3 high street brands. It's affordable, it's stylish, it's good quality, and they are now one of the very few high street brands that do offer a slightly more conscious collection. So today I'm just going to run you through my rail of goodies here and show you guys some bits which are new in Mango that I just really like. They're my cup of tea. Now the first item I have is this really nice, it's quite feminine actually, especially for me, I'm a little bit of a tomboy, but a nice feminine little summer top, very lightweight, very breathable, with like little bits of lace. And here we go. Now I think this definitely needs to be worn with the bra. I've got it on with a nude bra. However, I would say, my mirror's over here, remember guys, so if I'm making a lot of eye contact this way, it's because I'm just checking myself out. I would say that sort of when you move around, you might be able to see this a little bit. You can kind of see a little bit of a flash of bra strap, so I would be tempted to say perhaps a strapless bra in a nude or skin colour would be best with this top. But I really like it. I think it's, although it's got the lace, I think it is actually quite a nice basic piece. As I said, it's quite feminine. It's a neutral colour, which for me is always a bonus. It's made from 100% viscose, which is a much better option to polyester. And I am wearing this in a size medium. Now in terms of price, this was $19.99, so really affordable in terms of a summer top. And actually I don't think that this particular item is too trend orientated, so I think it's definitely the kind of thing that you can just whip out spring summer season after spring summer season. Now I'd probably wear this tucked into a pair of jeans. I'm going to just do a sneaky half tuck because I can't really be bothered to do a full tuck, but I'd probably tuck it in just like that. Although you can see it's quite a decent length when you have it untucked, but I like to tuck things in because I normally wear a lot of high-waisted jeans. And I'd probably just wear it like that, maybe throw on a blazer if it were a bit nippy, but if our summer this year is anything like last year, there are going to be no sleeves anywhere near these arms because it was so hot. So yeah, I think that's a really nice little number for when the weather gets a little bit warmer. Now I'm going to move on to item number 2, which is another top in a creamy colour. Now this one is, I'd say this is kind of like a knitted t-shirt. Right, now I've left this untucked just so that you guys can kind of see how long it is. As I just said about the previous top, I do tend to wear slightly more high-waisted jeans. So if the top is a little bit more cropped, it doesn't bother me so much. And I would say this is, I mean it comes, where are my hip bones? There they are, about an inch above my hip bone. So I would say it is a little bit more on the cropped side, and it does have this really interesting sort of frayed natural hem detail where it almost like crimps a little bit, and I think that's just due to this rib cut detail. I really like the sleeves. I must admit, I don't have the most toned arms in the world. That's something I would like to work on. So I am quite a fan of having something which is a little bit of a longer sleeve, which is why I wear so many sort of oversized boyfriend fit t-shirts so that they don't hug the tops of my arms. So this sort of sleeve length is definitely perfect for me. I'm not sure how ideal this is going to be in really hot temperatures because it is like a knitted fabric and it is not as thin as perhaps the previous top, but as it's quite loose fitting, I got this in a size medium just so that it would be a little bit looser, and I think there is a little bit more room to breathe. Having said that, if I tucked it in, let's just do a little tuck. Right, I've just done a very rough tuck in job there, and there actually was barely any fabric to tuck in. It's not the easiest of tops to tuck in, and there is a little bit of situation here where the fabric's all bunched together, so you would need to do some sort of fine tuning when you're tucking it in, but I think that actually looks quite cool tucked in, maybe with the addition of a belt as well. Yeah, I really like this. Again, this one is $19.99, so really good value for money, and it's made out of 87% cotton. So although it is a little bit thicker, it's still a very breathable fabric and will still be suitable for the spring summer season. Right, now I'm going to move on to linen. I love a bit of linen. You guys know this by now. So my next item is a short-sleeved linen. I was going to call this a shirt. I don't really think you can call that a shirt because it hasn't got any buttons on it. Perhaps it's more of a blouse or tunic. Let's give it a try. Right, now again, I've gone for this one in a size medium. I feel like in terms of sizing with Mango, I'd be somewhere in between a small and a medium. But as you will all know by now, I love to size up in items. I've even got a couple of things which I've gone for in a large on here because I just prefer the more slightly roomy, oversized fit when it comes to tops and outerwear. So the shirt, blouse, tunic, whatever we're going to call it, short-sleeved. Quite refreshing, nice, and it's going to be obviously a decent sleeve length for when it gets warmer. However, it is quite high cut and that does make me feel a little bit conscious of my arms. But the sleeves are quite wide cut, so they're good for having aeration in there under the old armpits, which is always a bonus when it gets super, super hot. It has a curved hem and then this sort of V-neck collar detail with the pleat that runs down the front. And actually what's quite interesting is the back detail. So it has a pleat on the back and then just down here it has 4 sort of tortoiseshell buttons as well, which I think is quite a nice little detail. And again, the curved hem on the back. So you could very well leave this untucked, but I do like a tuck in, so let's see what it looks like tucked. Again, I think this is the kind of top that just due to the shape of it, it would need a bit of fine tuning when tucking, but I actually quite like it tucked in. I think it creates a nice shape. Funnily enough, I know this sounds weird, but I quite like the sleeves now that I've got it tucked in. I don't really know what difference that's made, but I just do. So yeah, this is just essentially a very, very basic tunic, shirt, blouse thing, which is going to be ideal for when the weather gets warmer because it is a linen mix. 55% linen and 45% viscose, so it's a nice sort of lightweight fabric, and actually this could work quite well, I feel, as like a nice summer alternative to a workwear shirt if you work in an office or somewhere where you have to dress perhaps a little bit smarter. Okay, moving on to my next category, which is bottoms. Trousers and shorts and things, other things that go on the bottom half. So I'm going to start off with these trousers. So I'm wearing these in a size of 38, which is a UK 10. I'd say they fit true to size. I'd say that's just the right size for me. They've got 2 pockets down the side, as I mentioned earlier, these giant oversized buttons, which are purely decoration because the closure is actually on the side with a concealed zipper. They don't have any detail on the back. They are very much the kind of trousers that you would need to wear either a thong with or some seamless knickers because they don't leave a great deal to the imagination. They're again 55% linen, 45% viscose, very nice and lightweight, and I feel like when they have a mix of viscose with them, they don't crease as easily. If you get something that's 100% linen, and they actually have a dress coming up on the rail that's 100% linen, it does tend to crease a little bit more. However, if you mix the fabric with something that's a bit softer like viscose, then you're going to get a little bit less creasing, which I know is something which you guys have stressed to me before, that I'm always banging on about wearing linen and you say, but it creases so much. I know, it's kind of the nature of linen. But the tip is to mix it with another fabric. Price-wise, these are $35.99, and I think that's actually really good value for money, especially with something with such a high linen mix in there. Really nice pair of trousers for spring, summer. When the weather gets a little bit warmer, I think I'm going to get quite a lot of wear out of these. Now, I mentioned earlier about Mango having their own slightly more conscious collection, and they do indeed. It's called the Committed Collection, and this is my first item from that collection, and it is a pair of their jeans. So the shape of these jeans is a mum fit, which means they are very, very high-waisted. So if you're not a fan of high-waisted jeans, these might not be the one for you. However, if you are, excellent. They're a really, really good fit. I've got these on in a Euro 38, which again is a UK 10. I'd say once more, true to size, they fit me perfectly as a pair of jeans should. They are 100% cotton, but they don't feel rough. They don't feel really thick. They don't feel starchy. They actually feel like they have a bit of stretch to them, which is strange because I didn't see any elastin in the makeup of them. But yeah, they feel really comfortable. They're a nice fit in terms of the leg, and again in terms of length, these are a more cropped fit. They are $49.99, and you know what? If you don't have a pair of white jeans in your summer wardrobe, these would make an excellent addition. Right, now moving on to my next item, which is a cream pair of denim shorts, which are very destroyed. I really like these. There's one thing I love about Mango shorts, and that is that they offer a slightly longer length. I'm 33, gonna be 34 this year. I do not want my butt cheeks on show, so I like that they offer something that is a little bit longer while still being, you know, a pair of shorts. So yeah, these are perfect for me. Now I got these in a UK 10, and I can tell by the shape of them that they're supposed to be high-waisted, but I have about an inch maybe, or maybe half an inch either side, which is a little bit big. So if I pulled them down on my hips, they fit a little bit tighter, but you can see that that's not supposed to be the shape because there's so much here. So I think I would need to wear these with a belt in order for this area here, in order for the waistband to fit properly. So I would say that these come up a little bit on the large side. However, these would be pretty good as my pair of eating shorts for the summer, which would give me room for if I hit that barbecue buffet. Because it is the season now. I really like the rips. I am a big fan of a frayed hem. I know some people don't love it so much, but I love the frayed hem. Really love the colour. It's a nice cream colour, and the denim is really nice and soft. They are 100% cotton, however, 50% of that is virgin cotton, so it's newly produced cotton. 25% is recycled cotton, and the other 25% is organic cotton. So there's a whole mixture in there, and that's one of the other things that I really like about Mango. I've started to see more and more use of recycling fabrics. I even bought a jumper in the winter season that's just gone by that was recycled polyester. Price-wise, these are $29.99, and I think that's a really decent price for a pair of summer shorts. And again, it's the kind of thing which you can just whip out summer season after summer season, and even they can go in your holiday wardrobe as well. Okay, moving on to dresses, and this is the 100% linen dress that I referred to earlier. So this one might look a little bit creased. I tried to steam it as best I could this morning, but I saw this on their site and I was like, oh, I love it so much. So it's a very vintage sort of inspired dress. We've got the off-centered buttons which run down the panel here, and they're just in a sort of white faux mother of pearl style. There's quite a wide sash belt here. The only thing that I would say is that I'm trying to cinch in my waist, but the belt doesn't particularly stick so well, so it might just be that I need to rejig that a little bit so that it sticks, or perhaps we could kind of do a little loop thing like that. I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out a way to make that belt stick a little bit more so that it does cinch in the waist. I really like the shape of these straps. I know I said earlier I don't particularly like having my arms on show, but come the summer I should have beautifully toned arms. Here's hoping anyway. So I like the shape of these straps, how they sort of widen towards the top and then taper in down here. It just adds a little bit of balance. I'd say it's a slightly more formal shape of dress. Perhaps something for like a garden party, or if you've got a christening or something like that. I think this could work really well. Having said that, this could also be a really nice dress to take away in your holiday wardrobe. I think teamed with a little basket bag and some flat sandals in perhaps like a tan leather, I think that would work really nicely. Right, next dress on the agenda is this quite slinky cream shirt dress. So again, this is another really basic and quite simple piece for summer. Beautiful sort of neutral shade of, what is that, like a creamy beige, creamy off-white beige. all of the shades that I love in life, basically. So we've got sort of a half button detail, so it only buttons up to here. And like the linen dress, it does have a belt which is attached. However, this one is much stronger, so you can cinch in a little bit more. I haven't cinched it in all the way, I've just cinched it in a little bit so that it gives a little bit more shape in at the waist. But this belt is much, much stronger than the linen dress. It sticks and it stays. However, there'd be nothing to stop you removing that belt and adding your own belt, perhaps something in tan leather or black, whatever floats your boat. I just want to address one topic. Pockets. There is also like a large patch pocket up here as well. I would say functionality wise probably not ideal, but nice just to have a little bit of detail up top because it is, as I said, a very basic dress. Got two reasonably decent slits up each side so that it gives the dress some nice movement. I wouldn't have said they're too risque on me, they come sort of lower thigh level. Yeah, I really like this. I think I might team this with probably a pair of like tan sandals and some sort of basket bag or something made out of like a natural material. Or even, I reckon I could probably do this also with a pair of trainers and maybe a biker jacket as well, or something for like slightly more weekend vibes. So this dress is $49.99 and I'm wearing it in a size medium. Right, moving on to my next category, which is outerwear. And first up, I have a cream denim jacket. Admittedly, this dress was probably not the best thing to try this on with because this is not a look. But we'll roll with it and I'll style it up in the cutaway so that you guys can see, you know, an outfit option. So it's 100% cotton and it feels really lightweight and actually really soft. It's not starchy and it's not stiff. It actually just feels like a really nice, comfortable jacket that you could wear all day. It feels as though it's been like a well-worn jacket. It doesn't feel like something that's brand new. It feels like something that I've had in my wardrobe for years, which I really like actually. Now the length comes, I'd say, just ever so slightly below hip bone length, so I'd say it's neither cropped nor super long. I sized up to a large. I wanted this to fit oversized and it is $49.99, which I think is really good value for a piece of outerwear. And thinking about it, the only season where I probably couldn't wear this would be winter because it's not thick enough and warm enough. But autumn, spring, summer, perfect. So for 3 seasons of the year, I think this is quite a good little piece to have in my wardrobe. Right, moving on to my next item, which is this yellow linen blazer. Now some of you might have already seen this over on my Instagram because I have already worn this. I've had this for about a month now. I'm pretty sure the stock levels are still good on this one. But yes, words cannot describe how much I love this blazer. I'm not loving the blazer with the dress, more so than the denim jacket. So I'm actually going to get changed because it's putting me off. That's more like it. Look at that. That's actually an outfit as well. I'm going to memory bank that one because I'm going to wear this again. So yes, the blazer. It is a linen mix. It has 28% linen, 47% polyester, 1% elastin, and I think some viscose in there. I have forgotten. I did well to remember that much though, right? So there is a little bit of linen in there, which gives it that sort of rough sort of texture, very natural kind of feel to it. And as with the front section here with the no buttons, it has no buttons on the sleeves, so there's nothing to kind of get in the way or catch anywhere either. I think it's a really nice style. I've gone up to a medium in this one, but admittedly I think I could have potentially even gone up to a large to have it super oversized and very sort of masculine fitting. It comes around sort of not quite mid-thigh on me, but I'd say that's a decent length for a blazer. Has the back vent as well, which gives this nice sort of tailored in shape. And in terms of price, it was $59.99, which I actually think is really reasonable. I often find a lot of blazers in Mango tend to be more of the sort of $79.99 price bracket and plus, but $59.99 for this is really good. And again, this is going to be another blazer that I whip out in spring, summer and autumn. potentially even winter, because I think this colour could work quite well in winter. Now, my last piece of outerwear is another classic, and it is this very fluid trench coat. Again, some of you might recognise this from my Instagram because I have featured it a couple of times already. I've had this for about a month now, and I must admit it has been a really good item to just throw on over pretty much any outfit, especially if I'm doing a sort of jeans and t-shirt kind of day. Now, as I just mentioned, this is a more fluid trench coat, so you can see the way it moves. It's not structured like the cotton or gabardine versions that you get with the buttons. This is very much like a robe trench coat, so there's no buttons. I've got these really sort of soft lapels here, quite a wide sort of Elvis collar, and then we just have this flap sort of overlay detail on the one side. So this one is $69.99. I'm wearing this in a size medium, which again I'd say is just about right, although there'd be nothing to stop you from upsizing if you wanted it a little bit more oversized and baggy. And I love this really fluid sort of slinky fabric as well. So if you don't have a trench coat, might definitely be worth looking into this one. Right, now that we are done with the clothing section, I'm going to move on to accessories. And I cannot tell you how much I love Mango accessories. Now, I've got one bag here in particular which I've been dying to show you, and it is this. It's got serious The Row vibes to it. Now, this is genuine suede. It's quite heavy actually, because there is quite a lot of fabric here. So if I just pull it out, it is essentially just sort of a sort of sling rectangular shape of bag, and then it has these two handles here with the sort of chunky knot detail of suede, and then it has a magnetic closure in the middle, and then it's just when you pull in these the two handles in there, and it creates this really interesting shape. $59.99, and I just love it. I cannot tell you how much I love this bag. Inside it is lined with canvas, and there is a zippy pocket in there as well. If you're prone to losing things in large bags like I am, it's always good to pop your wallet and your phone in there. You could kind of carry it on your arm like that so that you get the whole effect of the shape of the bag, or it can be carried down at the side there as well. The option for it to be a shoulder bag is not really there because it struggles to fit over your shoulder. But having said that, it is designed to be something which is carried by hand. Right, now my next accessory is another bag, and it is one of these sort of stringy macrame kind of ropey bags. These are quite retro. They've been around for many, many years now. I have a few of these, and I tend to use them for like beach bags, or even if I'm going to the market, like if we go to Columbia Road Flower Market, I often take a few of these because they're perfect sort of screwing up in a big bag and then taking out and carrying all your bits and bobs in. They're really inexpensive. This one was $15.99, and along with being practical, they are also quite an on-trend item to have in your wardrobe for this season. Now, I have another little ropey bag here. This one perhaps a little bit more wearable for sort of day-to-day, although it would also make a really good holiday bag as well. This one's kind of like a cream natural colour, slightly longer strap, so it is definitely doable as a shoulder strap. In fact, I think I might have featured this bag in a vlog where I was showing you guys what's new in my wardrobe. It comes in 3 different colours, but you know me, it's got to be a neutral colour always. And obviously I know it looks a little bit see-through, but there would be nothing to stop you from getting a canvas pouch, or perhaps you already own a canvas pouch as maybe a makeup bag or something, and then you can just pop that inside. So accessories like this are always a really good way to update your wardrobe for the spring-summer months, especially if you are a very basic jeans and t-shirts kind of girl like me. These sort of accessories just add a little touch of summer to your outfits. Right, now before I move on to shoes, I wanted to show you guys this necklace. It's the only piece of jewellery that I've got to show you today, but I thought it was worthwhile showing you. This is one of the biggest trends that hit last year, and it has carried over into this spring summer season as well, and it is shell jewellery. So there was one designer in particular, I forget the name, who created quite a famous shell necklace. It was very overpriced because I know you can pick these kind of things up when you go abroad, but lots of the high street brands have also cottoned on to this trend, and this one in particular from Mango I really liked. It has the gold detail here on the central shell, and then it has little gold balls in between all of the shells as well. So this was £17.99, but I like to think it's a bit of a 3-in-1 because it has this adjustable chain, which I think is always a good thing to look out for with jewellery. So this means that you could adjust it, you could double it up and wear it as a bracelet, or you could double it up and loosen that chain and put it onto like the highest notch and wear it as a double anklet as well. So you've essentially got 3 items of jewellery there in one. And finally, moving on to shoes, my favourite category. So I'm going to start off with these. Now, lots of you will probably already know one of the biggest trends in shoes for this season, it's kind of rolled on from last season, is this rather modest low heel, strappy, sort of barely there sandal. Loads of different brands have come out with them. There's a few cult brands, designer brands that have come out with very key specific styles, and of course the high street, Mango in particular, have managed to give us some more affordable options. Now these are actually genuine leather. They come in a couple of colours, but I have them here in white. And this particular style, very, very skinny straps, and they have this one central strap here which acts as like a thong, which I know not everyone likes a thong sandal, but for me, I find them really comfortable. So for me, these are ideal. Now this is a very practical shoe trend, and one that a lot of us can get on board with, because not everyone wants to wear super sky-high heels. So actually this rather modest, I'd say that's probably about a 2-inch heel, is really practical and quite wearable. Now in terms of size, I have these in a size 40. I am a half size, I'm a 40.5, but I often just judge it depending on each style of shoe. With these, because they're fully open, I feel like I can get away with a 40 a little bit more. Now these are the second pair of shoes that I have to show you guys, and as you can see, they are a mule. They also have a rather modest heel, square toe, and these are again genuine leather. And they have this really nice sort of aged effect, dark cognac leather, beautiful, very much my cup of tea. They have a very designer feel to them, these, just with the shape of this toe, a really interesting sort of abstract shape of the heel as well, and they just look really beautifully made, very, very premium. So these are £69.99, and I've also gone for these in a size 40 because, as I mentioned, if they're open at the front, open at the back, I feel like I can get away with a 40 rather than going up to a 41 and them just flapping around on my feet. I actually also found these to be quite a wide fit. I have very, very narrow feet, so I wanted to stick to as small a size as I possibly could in terms of length, so that this area would fit a little bit better across the bridge of my foot. Now I have already worn these, and I would say they are definitely comfortable. They've got quite a nice padded footbed down there at the bottom. If you're not used to wearing mules, they can take a little while to get used to walking in them, because it's essentially like a flip-flop that flops and smacks the back of your foot. But once you adjust to them, they're really comfy and sort of airy pair of shoes to wear in spring summer seasons, and the mule is another key trend for this season. Right, now I have a pair of sandals from the Committed collection. These are, is that beige or is it pink? I'd say they're more of a beige. These are so comfortable. I haven't actually worn them yet, but when they arrived I slid them on and they just feel like little gloves on the feet. They feel so nice. This suede is really, really soft, and they're actually lined inside with leather, so they feel nice and soft on your feet. They are completely flat sandal. That's probably not even a centimetre heel there as well, so very practical for sort of day-to-day wear. They are very basic, but I love my basics, and these are definitely just going to be one of those core styles that I get a lot of wear out of this season. Now, if I'm going to wear a heel in the summer, it is more than likely going to be a wedge. And I saw these Raffia wedges online and I was like, oh my god, I love them so much. Anything that's Raffia, I am immediately drawn to in the spring summer months. So they're quite weighty, but if you're used to wearing wedges, you'll kind of know that already. It's the same sort of thing with espadrilles. They've got a rubber sole, which is good. It's quite grippy, that sole. And they do actually have quite a nice padded footbed all the way up to on the heel here as well, which, if again you're used to wearing wedges and or heels, then you'll know that that's really important to have a little bit of padding on the sole. They're obviously a nice neutral colour, so they're going to fit in with the majority of my existing wardrobe, and I just think these will be a nice little companion for sort of amping up any of my summery linen dresses. Now, on to my last pair of shoes, which is another pair of completely flat sandals, and again, these ones are also genuine leather. Now, this is something that Mango is really good good at creating affordable leather footwear, and I know that that's something which I personally prefer to wear leather on my feet, and it's something which a lot of you guys have expressed as well, that you just, when it comes to footwear, you just prefer leather. So these again are another really basic, just a strappy pair of tan sandals. They're going to go with shorts, with jeans, summer dresses, you name it. It'd be a really good addition. They're really lightweight actually, so they'd make a really good addition to your travel wardrobe. They're not going to take up any space in your suitcase, and they're really light, so they're not going to go eating into that luggage allowance either. Now, I haven't actually worn these yet, as you can see from the soles, so I feel like I can't really give an accurate and honest opinion as to their comfort factor. However, that said, just speaking from experience, I have never really had an issue with Mango's shoes. I just find that they fit nicely, and I have bought quite a lot of their leather styles in the past, and I always find that they're really comfortable. So I'm hoping that these follow suit with the rest of the styles that I've tried. Right, that's it. I have miraculously made it through my rail of goodness once more. I would like to thank you so much for watching, and also a big thank you to Mango for partnering with me on this video as well. If anyone has got any size questions or styling questions, please do leave them down in the comment section below. And for now, I bid you farewell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!